Hey, hey, hey.
What's up?
Welcome back to Girl Chat Sports, West Coast Wednesdays. We are a little late, but I promise you it'll be worth the wait. What's up, Ma? What's going on?
Hey, why did you guys get that draft pick? We'll talk about it, but that's what's going on. Is this NBA draft?
What, my team?
Yes, your team.
Why can't we have this draft pick?
Off the bench. He only has a 6-man year of the award. He doesn't shoot perimeter shot. Like, why?
He's the ACC 6-man of the year. That's still better than something else.
That's all he's got to him. But he comes off the bench. He's not even a starter. He doesn't even know how to shoot perimeter shots.
Maybe he'll be straight into the league. I mean, the Bulls need help any way they can at this point.
Going off on your Bulls fans, they are not having it.
I mean, Bulls fans aren't, because we haven't been having it. That's the problem. They should have picked that guy that came from Israel or whatever. That guy has been playing in the league since he was 16.
Yeah.
It's crazy. But anyways, you guys, welcome to the show. Of course, the NBA draft is on. We'll definitely discuss some commentary on that. It's virtual because we're in COVID times, of course. So that's made it, I think, a little bit more interesting. I think we've seen a little bit more raw emotions from these players because their families are like literally right next to them and they're not necessarily having to get up and walk to a podium or nothing. But it's been interesting to watch so far, to say the least. We've got some NFL news. There's some Major League Baseball news, the NBA news. I mean, and yes, my Seahawks lost again, which we'll definitely get into.
A football game tomorrow. You have a game with another 6-3 team that beat you earlier in the season. So
I mean, the whole NFC West minus the Rams are 6-3, or minus the Niners are 6-3. So
I mean, you got Cardinals. Then they're just coming out with some crazy stuff at the tail end on Hail Mary.
I know. I don't even know why Seattle is favored by 3 points, to be honst.
I don't. And I'm torn with my pick'ems on what to pick. I cannot decide because I feel like you guys have an advantage at the home, but
not really because there's no fans.
True. And then y'all got a laundry list of people that are out and questionable.
Oh yeah, we don't. Like I said, our second. We'll get into it, but our second string center, he's hurt but supposed to be playing. We don't really have a backup for him.
And their defense is terrible. Let's just
It is.
I don't know. We'll get into it though. We'll talk about it.
Oh my gosh, it's just too much. It's way too much. But anyways, we welcome you to the show. Just FYI, next week is Thanksgiving. We will be on a hiatus for next week, so we'll make sure to share with you maybe an old episode, one of our favorites. So stay tuned for that. We will not be live next weekend, but you're welcome to continue to watch, share, subscribe.
And tell your friends. Please tell your friends.
Add some friends to the group. Mo's getting phone calls, she's popular. I don't know why your friends don't realize you got a podcast on Wednesdays.
Well, that's just what it is. And I think you can carry the helm. You definitely can carry the helm. Hold on.
Well, yeah, it's okay. It's all right. It happened to me last week.
You can do this. I know you can. I was listening to you. You were right on it. You got this. You got fans on the page saying you got this, Mel.
Yeah. Anyways, welcome, guys. Do you have anything else before we get I don't know what you're doing.
I got one more thing. Hold on. You can get our guests on if you want to. I have to type one more thing. I'm sorry. It's work-related stuff. It's just got me busy.
So welcome to Girl Chat Sports Wednesdays. Mo's taking phone calls and texts at the moment. She will be with us shortly. We'll get our guest on. If you live in Las Vegas, make sure you tune in, or you maybe already have been tuning in to your favorite news station out here in Las Vegas. News3LV is where you can find our guest, Mr. Bryan Salmond, who is the lead anchor for the sports broadcast there. We definitely are going to get him on, and we want to talk about all the coverage they've had. They've had some great coverage for Allegiant Stadium here in Las Vegas for the Raiders, discussing upcoming events that I think just broke out today regarding UNLV football. So let's get Mr. Bryan on the phone while we wait for Mo. What's up, B?
What's happening? What is your girl Mo doing?
Maybe she wanted to fix her makeup or I don't know what she's doing. Like literally.
Y'all, I'm sorry.
I can't take Mo nowhere.
And Bryan, honestly, while I'm doing this, Bryan, honestly, you owe us anyway because the last episode I rewatched and you were half an hour late to us. So this is just the payback right now.
Who was late today?
It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. We're talking about you, not talking about me.
Why you bringing up old stuff, Craig? Why you bringing up old stuff?
Why you gotta bring up old stuff? Well, welcome, Bryan.
Because I'm a woman and that's just what we do.
Oh, yeah.
Throw the old stuff out.
I mean, I will give her that. We do that.
Yeah, no, I'm doing good. I'm doing good. First of all, I haven't told you this, but I like that background. That's a dope background you got. You got MJ back there. You got, is that Jake Locker? Who else was number 10?
Honestly, I thrifted that and it's like a size 4XL. And I was like, I can't wear it. So it's going to go on the wall. But yeah, I know Locker was 10. I don't know if this was I kind of believe it was pre him because it's kind of old. But I don't remember who else was 10, to be honest, offhand.
Locker was a long time ago. For real. I mean, at least 10 years. Think about it, he's been out of the NFL for at least 5.
Well, I don't know. So maybe, I don't know.
Look it up right now.
Because it just says Huskies on the back. So it doesn't like give you a name, and college jerseys usually don't, as far as the ones you can buy, usually don't put the names on the back anyway. So
I got you.
It is what it is.
He's from Bellingham too. That's right.
We do get a lot of local talent or not talent. This last Saturday's game was a little hard for me, but we did come out with a win, so that was good. But
there you go.
Hey, at least we played.
I pull for your squad. I pull for you, Dub.
Well, of course, because you have spent some time in Seattle yourself.
Yeah, and I've had a bunch of friends of mine play there.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Well, welcome to the show. Yes, B-Sal is in the house. Stephanie said, "What's up?" So we definitely. Why don't you first start off and tell us kind of obviously how you got into the sports broadcasting and when people can find you on News 3?
Well, just the Cliff Notes version. I got into sports broadcasting because I was a dude who thought he was going to be either an NFL player or a Major League Baseball player growing up. And I like to talk trash. I would argue with my boys about sports all the time. And I figured, you know what? That'd be a decent job to talk about sports and get paid for it. So that's kind of how I got into it. Yeah, like I mean, and it's a cool job. It's a fun job. I mean, it's not really work. You guys do it. So I mean, how much fun is it to sit here and talk with your girl about sports? To just, you know what I mean? To argue about it. So yeah, no, I got into it that way. And as far as like where you can see me and everything else, obviously, if you live here in Las Vegas, you can check me out on Channel 3. I literally just got off the set, which was the reason why I was late a long time ago. No.
You have to be giving me face. Give me face. I'm giving you face. How about you don't give me face?
Or you can.
I like that you mess with me. The only thing that's missing from this show today, B, and welcome to the show, by the way, is our hip hop music. So I was gonna go on my pad and see if it doesn't sound like a Casio keyboard. Play a little.
A Casio keyboard.
I don't want it to sound all janky promotions. Like I want it to sound authentic. Like if we were in the studio. Shout out to Quan and Gorilla Cross Radio and everybody over there.
Yeah.
But
I got it.
I could play a medley on here that wouldn't be so bad without the ads or something. But I doubt it. I don't know.
I got music over here. I got my own background music.
Well, Craig, on that Pandora. Let's go.
Pandora.
Your favorite playlist there, brother.
Can you hear that?
Yes. Yeah. That's perfect. Oh my God.
Maybe turn it down just a touch. There you go.
I just turned up so you can hear. Okay. She about to be. Oh, that's my song. Showing her. Hey,
right. I'm that lady that does that. Oh, that's my jam.
Oh, that's my. I listen to this at work. I'm sitting at my desk at work, and this is how I get right. This old. You know what song this is? Anyone know?
It's George Benson, isn't it?
Well, it may be the background, but
oh, it's a rap song. I was thinking the OG. That's why I was being the lady, like, oh, this is my.
Well, the melody is it's the Dog Pound.
Oh, the Dog Pound, yes.
That's not George Benson background. Are you there using that?
It may be. You know what? You get extra points in my book for even knowing who George Benson is, and because he's one of my favorite of all time. I love George Benson.
Hello. Yeah.
No, you get extra points for that.
Okay.
You get extra points for that, for real. Yeah.
Guess what?
I think it's a background song for "Give Me the Night." Just give me the night.
Oh, give me the night. Yes.
That's that melody. Yep.
This is the hook. You might know the song. I don't like to dream about getting paid.
Oh, I do know that song. That's what the Ghetto Luther Vandross Nate Dogg too.
I was listening to the Dog Pound a couple of days ago. You know, you just gotta bring them in once in a while. Yeah, I love Dog Pound.
Yeah. It makes like this old feel good music. You know what I mean?
Oh, definitely. Oh my God. I'm sorry, you guys. Why my phone? Like, why?
Uh-oh.
I cannot with her. I mean,
hey,
I hope she takes like this chance or after the show to just text those people like, hey, I have a show from 7 to 8. But granted, you know, plus technically would be the middle of it right now, but you know,
yeah.
I guess, or I gotta gift her like a tablet or an iPad for Christmas so she can keep her phone separate.
You know what though? How about this? She's getting text messages. I'm on TV every day at 6:30, 6:45, and before that, like I'm editing, writing, I'm producing a show or whatever. And Sunday they have football games. We got a half-hour show. I'm live all over the place. The busiest time. I get calls and text messages at that time all the time. Like my wife, Mike Dixon, who was the man.
Oh, Mike.
Mike is my dude, man. Mike is my dude. I tell him this though all the time. Mike will call. I'll walk into the studio. Mike will be calling me, texting me, "Hey, B, what's up, man? What you?" Mike
called me last week while I was on the show.
Of course.
Yeah, he'll call you like the middle of a Monday Night Football game, middle of a Sunday night. I'm like, do you know my Seahawks are playing right now? Like, I don't know why you think I'm gonna answer the phone, but hey.
Yeah. And Mike, shout out to Mike. Mike is good people, man. That's my guy. Like Mike is
shout out to Vegas Sports Daily. We do appreciate them and all the hard work they put in. But while Mo is still MIA, I don't even know what. Let me see if I can get her out. I don't know, but anyways. Let's talk about what's going on with the breaking news. Because, you know, me and Mo, you know, UNLV, they got the new stadium. They were able to have fans for a little while. But, of course, here in Las Vegas, we're on this COVID 2. I get, what do they call it? The governor calls it?
COVID 2.0.
COVID 2.0. So no more fans for UNLV at either football or basketball, it sounds like, for right now.
Yes.
However, not many came to basketball games anyways.
Uh-oh.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I went to a couple games and was like,
is this UNLV or who's playing tonight?
I was like, so I can just walk up to the front row there? Cool, thanks.
Hey, let me get a run. Let me get some burn. Can I get in?
Right. Can I make it a drink down here? Anyone want to bring me? Okay, thanks. Yeah. No, so it definitely but now, of course, it sounds, and I don't know, maybe you can confirm or give us some. I know you had talked to on the news last night to the UNLV coach, or the day before.
Yeah,
because I caught the news. I watched.
I tell you guys this all the time, but I'm so serious. I really do appreciate the support of you and Mo. Like, you guys show love and really support. You actually watch. You don't just say you watch. Like, people that I run into, like, oh, I watch you all the time.
No, I do.
All the time.
Do you want me to tell you one little tidbit of how much I do watch?
Uh-oh. How much do you watch?
So I noticed there was this post during, I can't remember what it was for. Maybe it was the Aces it was the end of season. Thank you for the season they lost in the playoffs. And there was a post that showed on air. I was like, God, that post looks familiar. Oh, that's right. It was from Girl Chat Sports.
Yes.
I did not hear. Wow. Thanks to Girl Chat Sports for this.
I think I put your guys' logo up. Because I know exactly, and I knew you were going to say that because I remember it was a picture or a video or a picture, something that you guys used.
Yeah.
It was like a congratulations for their season or something like that.
But I didn't see us on there. Or maybe it got edited to where because the screen size, the Girl Chat Sports part wasn't, but it wasn't on there.
That would be my bad because I'm the one that took the picture. And
I mean, dang.
No, I swear, you sure I didn't say something?
I'm almost like 99% positive because I actually took a video. I rewound it on my TV, took a video of it and sent it to Mo and was like, sad face.
Why did you send something to me?
I don't know, because I'm not petty like that. I was just like, oh, really?
Like, I'm just going to bring it up.
I'm going to wait to bring it up when we get him back on the show and really put him in the hot seat.
No, I ain't petty like that, but it was like 4 months ago, but I'm just talking about it now. But no, not saying that ain't me.
Also, just to get off that topic, because I know, I don't put you on the hot seat or nothing. What socks do you have on, JB?
Oh, that's funny, Stephanie. I wish I could actually just show you. Look at this. I'm about to give you the camera view. How about this? Boom.
Wow. Okay, Scrabble socks.
Yeah.
Nice. Nice. Oh, there we go.
Who's that anyway?
I'm so sorry, you guys.
What'd you say? That's Stephanie. So that was my previous co-host before Mo.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. We didn't do video then. It was just all audio. So it was before we went to the studio. When me and Mo started, we started doing the studio and stuff too. So.
That's dope. Shout out to Stephanie. Stephanie shows love too. I see her always on social media and whatnot. Yeah. Clearly, obviously, she supports you guys, which I really appreciate too. You know what I mean? Yeah. Obviously, that's your girl. So, yeah.
She says I am petty. I mean, I probably am a little bit, but I thought I'd save it for the show. I just grilled B about using our Aces photo on the news and not giving us any credit.
Yeah, that was kind of foul.
Did I not say anything, or did you not see the logo?
No,
you didn't acknowledge us. That's the.
Well, I didn't acknowledge you.
And I don't even think it was on there, to be honest. Like I don't know if I have the video still, but just FYI, I don't think it was on there.
Like, I don't know if I had the video still. Bam! Here it is right here.
Let me show it to everybody right now on screen. That would have been a killer move right there.
I'm looking at my computer. Let's see. All right. So next time you guys post something, I will be certain I'll be giving Girl Chat Sports some love for sure.
We appreciate it. But that's okay. It's okay. So back to UNLV football though. Today there seemed to be some news that there was going to be no game versus Colorado. Can you confirm that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, if you really watch the news, which I just got done with at 6:45, I'm just giving you a hard time.
I didn't watch this. I didn't watch earlier today.
No,
my news is I catch the 10 o'clock, 10, 11, whenever that.
I got you. That's making you a hard time. The game against Colorado State in Colorado State on Saturday is canceled. And the reason it was canceled is because UNLV had 4 players test positive, and then the folks that were exposed, like the tracing protocol or whatever, you got to quarantine all those folks. So due to all of that, Desiree Reed-Francois said that they had to, they decided not to play the game. So the game is canceled. Arroyo, obviously the coach, is disappointed, but, they're 0-4 right now. Give them more time to practice. So
but they break. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I shouldn't be bashing, but it'll give them some time to do some more practicing. And I don't believe they're making up any of the games. I think that's how all the season is with all these conferences. If you miss the game, you miss the game. There's no makeup. Yeah,
that's how the Huskies was the weekend before when they had canceled their first game. It was just So no reschedule, no nothing. Yeah.
Yeah, and you were saying earlier the fact that no more fans for home games for UNLV or football and basketball, men's and women's. No fans for the start of the season. So right. they left it open in order to,
depending on how COVID goes, right?
Man, what's up with your boy or your girl Rona? Boy or girl Rona? I don't know, is it a boy or girl? Rona.
We'll call her Ronnie.
Ronnie. Man.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Shut your mouth. Yeah.
It's too much. It's too much.
I'm not.
But give us, and you can talk to us a little bit because I know you were there on Sunday for the Raiders smashing of the Broncos. But tell us about Allegiant Stadium from the inside perspective.
Well, I will. One of the coolest things about Allegiant Stadium from the inside perspective is this. These are the water bottles they have, which is dope. Yeah. If you were here right now,
Raider fan, and I don't know why you haven't shipped me a case of those.
What I was just getting ready to say is, if you were here, Mo, I'd give you. I got one right here that's not open.
Oh, excellent.
So at some point in time, when I know I'm going to see you, I'll bring it to you.
That's like, when you come to Nordstrom to shop for the holiday season.
You know,
so that should be within a few weeks that I'll see you in the store, and then you can bring it.
Well, I can't. Are you guys open right now?
We're open. I mean, tentatively, we don't know what the governor's going to say, but for right now, we're open.
Also, you can order online like I did, and you can go and swing by and pick up.
To get the water. Like
water but when he picks it up, he can give you the water.
I can tell you this much. I do have my 2 years just hit in October, and when your year hits, clothing rolls over. So I got some little expense money to and I need some new stuff. Like I get the place I get my suits. I love the place I get my suits, and they're but I've literally almost bought everything there that
Sunday you were wearing the lucky green suit. And I said, look at Bryan in the forest green.
But did you do a wardrobe change? Because I swore in the news it was a different suit than what I saw pictures of you in from the game. Or maybe it just looked like a different color.
I thought you had the same suit on when you did your segment of Black.
No, I did. You know what it was, and I'll just go ahead and throw my guy under the bus right now. Is that is the lighting was so screwy for me inside the stadium. The suit that I had on, when you look on TV, it looked like it was, I don't know, it looked almost dark.
It looked like a forest green. That's why I was thinking it was like, oh, look at him with that forest green on.
Right.
Well, it is forest green. Like, you're right. It's like that. It was green, but the way that it was covered on TV with the lighting and everything when I was with Lincoln or whatever, it looked
darker. That's why I thought you changed your suit. I was like, dang, he already had a wardrobe change? Like, this guy is pretty... This guy's pretty on the top of his game.
Like, Bryan, that's extra. You okay, man? You try to dress nice, man. Okay, with the really wardrobe change, that's what you're doing now?
Bryan's doing it. Look at him. Shoot.
Definitely not. The only wardrobe change I do is I wear a different shirt to work. Like, I don't wear this shirt and tie to work. I wear a different shirt, and I change the shirt and tie. But other than that, like, I'm not. And on Sundays when we're not at games, I wear like just regular clothes.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you guys know, like, I've never seen you guys. I know I've seen you before when I've been in regular clothes. Last time I was at the studio.
Yeah, you were in your
regular clothes. Yeah. Spitting bars and stuff.
Gia.
What happened to our music? What happened to the background music on that thing?
Well, I was bumping it, but you were gone. So me and Mel were just.
We had a little intimate conversation there. Hey, so Cassandra, our sportsnista, wanted to know, what do you think do you think the Raiders and Chiefs game might be in jeopardy because of the COVID? Also, and is this COVID related? Like, we've got the UNLV, the Raiders in the same stadium. All the Raiders defense is on the COVID reserve list. Like, do you think those could be linked? Like, come on.
No, well, someone actually brought that up because, like, they play in the same stadium, but UNLV didn't play in Allegiant last week. They were
away. Yeah,
they were at San Jose State.
Okay.
But to your point, and Cassandra, what's up? Because I ain't seen you in years. I literally just did this on the news again. I can almost read you my script because I got it right here. But they put 7 more players on the COVID reserve list, right? So 7 more players on the COVID reserve list. They already had Trent Brown, Cleveland Farrell, and Corey Littleton on there. So they were the 3. And then they put one guy who's on there is the practice squad guy. So they have a total of 11 on there. But the only person that was actually positive was Cleveland Farrell. who just had his best game as a pro last week.
Right.
I know.
Yeah, that's irritating.
And Devontae Booker, who is stellar. Like
he's not on the list though.
Huh?
He's not on the list. You said he had a good game.
Not, but I'm just mentioning. You said who had stellar games. I'm like Cleveland Farrell and Devontae Booker, just to see that you don't hear too often on scoring.
Yeah,
having great plays.
Booker, Booker's been balling too. Like I love AZ.
Really nice.
Yeah.
Nice. And finally, please understand and respect Hunter Renfro's hands. Please understand and respect it because the man can catch.
Oh, my bad. I respect it.
Please respect it because it's like his hands are ridiculous. Like those small little pocket passes, you think he would be able to catch that ball? He does.
No, Hunter's the man. Hunter is what he looks like. He's about 40 years old.
He does. He has a little receding hairline action going on. He does.
And unfortunately, with the whole COVID stuff, I've never met him. Like we don't get to go in the locker rooms and talk to the guys and meet them.
Wow.
I thought because I never see you guys do any post game interviews with them. It's usually just a press conference thing that they put up at the end of the.
Yeah, well, everything's virtual.
Right, so you guys can ask questions during a press conference, but it's just virtually done. It's just not a one-on-one sideline interview like you normally would do.
Which is it's tough for that's terrible for us because that's how you develop relationships with players to get good interviews and get good stuff.
Right.
You know what I mean?
So give us some. How is Allegiant Stadium from the perspective of being inside? Let's just wrap it back there since we're there.
Oh, look at that. I'm sorry. Yeah, you got to get me and Mo back on because I'm glad that we're good that you guys are glad that you have Mel doing this because he's the one that keeps the show on the tracks. But anyway, let me go ahead and say this. Allegiant is beautiful. Like it's beautiful. Unfortunately, I haven't had a chance to walk around like the entire stadium, but it's crazy. It's huge. Like it's huge. Everything is so. This is obvious, Captain Obvious. Everything is so new and nice. It's they have a lot of amenities in it as far as like the different club seats. You can look and see like the club seating like all around. They've got like a nightclub in there. Obviously the
That's
field.
what I heard. I heard it's next level. I mean,
it really is. The food in the press box. Woo! Like you guys have been to different press boxes, and it's by far the best.
And we can only judge by two. We can only go off of two. And we're not going to.
Well, see, I didn't want to, yeah.
We've only been to two. So give me a play-by-play as far as what the menu options are. Because, they have those game day packs, too, where fans can order the food and stuff on the day of the game or before the game or whatever. But what do you guys get? See,
that's a good question. One thing that we get, which I thought was dope, again, they have
water.
A big cooler full of water.
Hey, coming out water one more time. I'm going to tell you this story. Or actually Friday when I'm back. Oh, you.
So, petty.
You are
okay.
so extra right now. I'm not even saying petty. He's extra. Like you're being heckin' extra right now. You gave me face, and then you're being extra with the water. Like, who are you right now?
So tell us about the menu. But then Sportsnista also wants to know: is the grub better than UFC?
UFC is pretty good, but the grub, I'd say they have way more variety. And I'm always so hungry when they have the UFC. So whatever they have always tastes extra good. But the UFC is good. They have like for instance, we've had prime rib with mashed potatoes. They all is one. They'll have salads. They'll have they had cheesecakes and they have cupcakes that have Raiders logos on them. I have a picture of it actually on my Instagram.
That's all at Raiders. The prime rib is at Raiders.
All this is Raider. All the stuff that's on menus at Raider.
Catered by, like, which chef are they using?
They have their own. They have their own. That big A stadium. My mom talks like that. Big A as ASS. That big A stadium. They got all kinds of stuff up in there. Yeah, no, it's dope. It's dope. So they also have. We've had some vegan meals. Like this past week, they had a vegan something. I was doing food, so I didn't partake.
Shout out to me for eating meat like that, so that would probably be my thing.
Oh yeah, but again, they have the salads too. Like they'll give you like a deal full of salads or salad or whatever. But the thing that I like is I got a crazy sweet tooth. Do either you two?
Yes, I'm guilty.
Yeah, you too. Yeah.
I mean, at the Aces game, all I used to get was I'd have a stash of cookies, and I would just keep them there and eat bits and pieces of them throughout the game.
So greedy. Me too, though. Like the cookies for Aces games were bomb. So I feel you. But at the Raiders, they have. I hate even doing this. This is my drawer that I have here at work. Like who's watching this? I'm just messing with you. So anyway, they got
Red
Oh my
Vines.
God. So this is what I would do at Red Vines at the movie theater. I would cut one end and cut the other.
Caramel
And
corn.
Corn too.
Yeah.
All that. I would take
All those that
the
are listening in and not watching,
I love
Brian's showing us his stash.
those were so dope. I used to just make a straw out of those Red Vines. Like you should have told me those. I cut one end, cut the other, put in my soda, and sip.
old school.
Of course.
Yes.
That's the way to do it.
That's how you gotta do it.
Hold it and you eat it.
Red Vine, you eat the straw afterwards.
Yes, and you know how cold it is when it's icy cold and you taste the straw. Like, yes, bomb.
Yeah, no, Red Vines are the bomb. Red Vine. I brought all that stuff back and put it in my desk. The M&Ms, peanut and regular peanut M&Ms.
So, are you walking out with a trash bag when you leave every Sunday?
Who's gonna see this?
Right.
Between us, as long as you bring us some, we ain't gonna say nothing.
Okay, cool. I told you I got you for the water. I got this.
I want the caramel corn. I want caramel corn.
I got you. I give this stuff away. I'd give you this one to the people at my job because I feel like since the beginning of November, I told them I had to cut out like everything because the mirrors in my house were starting to look crazy. So I had to go ahead and stop eating sweets for. I'll probably do it for like a month. So all this stuff sitting in here, I had like Reese's peanut butter cups, all this other kind of stuff. I just started giving it to people. What's up, Les? He's watching.
Yeah. Miss Colin D's chimed in too.
Who's that?
Dress sports anchor. Miss Colin D.
Oh, that's the what's happening? Yo, she's good folks.
Yeah.
Good folks.
For some reason, Facebook, some of their profile pictures aren't popping up too. So I'm not sure what's going on. Maybe there's a glitch out there. Who knows? But yeah, so you're eating well at Allegiant. And I think one of the comments in my watch party was that Allegiant Stadium clearly has better food than Cashman, correct?
Yes, better than T-Mobile.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
I only have way up.
Nice.
That's dope. I only have 2 to go off of. We only have 2 to go off of, so I can't.
Oh, well, I can tell you this much: Cashman is better than the Golden Knights because they don't feed us. They give us popcorn and
feed the fans that are there. There's hardly a concession even open when it's open. It's one every other concession.
That's kind of janky.
I'm already knowing.
Where?
At Cashman.
Oh, yeah, but
I mean, I expect.
Well, nobody goes there anymore anyway, except for Jesse the other night. Jesse was there. I was cracking up.
I mean,
Jesse was there the other night.
Oh, he was at
Cashman.
No, he was at
or not Cashman, but Sam Boyd. Sorry,
I'm thinking Sam Boyd. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
I'm not thinking Cashman. I'm thinking Sam Boyd too, because Sam Boyd has every other stand. Sam Boyd was the one that was the worst. They barely feed their fans.
Oh,
Cashman. I'm sorry. I was thinking Sam Boyd when we were talking about a crappy place.
Yeah. Okay.
Sam Boyd. Yeah, my bad.
At least Sam Boyd though, like their press box was pretty nice, and they put stuff up there. I can't remember the last time I had something to eat, or I got there in time to get something to eat at Sam Boyd Stadium.
It's so far out.
I think it's in like northern Arizona, right?
Yeah,
pretty much. Yeah, yeah, and you got to park in like a sand dune just to be able to walk over there to it.
Yeah, it is not the bomb. I'm not a huge fan. I'm not a huge
No.
It's not cute.
Well, you know what, Mel? Allegiant is beautiful.
So what are some things that maybe we wouldn't have seen from just highlights that people show inside? Something that maybe you've seen or noticed that you really enjoyed being able to be there actually. And I'm not going to mention who. I did read someone's comment that was like, apparently the media area is like on the roof.
Well, you know what though? And I'll say this to everyone that's listening and to you guys. As far as me being a sports anchor, reporter, whatever, like covering different sports, and I've covered every sport. That's why the NFL to me is like the worst to cover, because where you have to sit to watch a game is terrible.
Yeah.
Every press box is way up in the middle of the sky. This one is pretty high, but it's better than like Jerry World. It's better than it's the best press box that I've been in, honestly. And you'll love this, Mel. Is Seahawks Stadium. What's it called now?
CenturyLink. It's been CenturyLink.
Yeah. What did it used to be called when it first came out? Was it like Seahawks Stadium something? But
no, it was a different provider. I think I can't remember.
How about this? They had Starbucks up there, and they had a lady. They literally had a lady,
a barista,
taking your order in the press box. Like someone would come by with a list to ask you what you want and come back and bring you food in the press box, like where you're sitting watching the football game.
I mean, Seattle, Starbucks, it kind of goes hand in hand too, right?
No, yeah, but I mean, you go up free. I'm talking about free Starbucks.
Yeah.
Starbucks is expensive. You know what I mean? But probably the best thing that I've seen up there, because I haven't been all over the place. I'd say the press box is it's open.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like there's no windows, so you get the feel of what's inside. But since there's no fans, you don't really get the chance to feel the energy. But you can hear players cursing. You can hear guys yelling like the team on the sidelines. I mean, it's loud. And we don't hear the fan noise that's piped in. So what you hear at home and they have the fans and all that stuff, you don't hear that in the press box. It's quiet. Like it's really, really, really quiet.
So their voices are just like echoing throughout the stadium, basically. The players, coaches.
Yeah.
Wow.
You can literally hear
on that, Bryan. Like, how's your social distance on that?
Say that one more time.
Like, how's your social distance? Like when everyone from everyone.
They do a really good job. I have to say that they do a really good job. Like, so they have your seat, and then they'll have a plastic, a plastic wall or whatever on top of the desk, and then someone will be like 6 feet away from you. So
the plexiglass, yeah.
Thank you. So they have.
I wasn't going to correct you. I was just going to let the old man speak. I wasn't going to be rude. Go ahead. No, I'm just kidding.
Even though she just did it.
I knew what you meant.
Even though she just did it. So
I wasn't going to correct you. I was being nice. I was going to let the man. I was just like, I know what he meant.
I couldn't think of the term. So they have that. So, and they make sure you're not sitting more than, you have to be 6 feet apart from anyone. And you have to have your mask on the whole time. So
really?
Oh yeah. Like if you're not eating or drinking or whatever, you gotta have your mask on. So everyone has their mask on up in the press box. So I mean it's not, and the staff up there, as is the staff at T-Mobile, as is the staff at those are the two places I really go that have people that you Thomas and Mack. Like all those people are all real cool. Like the staff up on top of Allegiant is great. Like super shout out to them. And they watch Channel 3.
Well, that's good.
Heather chimed in. You know, she wasn't sure who you were before, but she definitely knows who you are now. So.
I was like, I don't know who that is. Who that is? I don't know who that is.
I was confused too when you were last week with B. Scott. I was like, who the heck is B. Scott? I don't even know who that is.
Mel, could you make that for me, please?
I did not know who B. Scott was. I'm so sorry. Like
no, he explained that everybody on TV has a personal Facebook and a work Facebook.
Right.
So
no, I understand now who you are, but I just didn't know at that time.
Yes, no, I got that. You expressed that.
I did.
What is this? Who is this? It's all good. It's all good.
Because you're coming on the thing like a creeper on the timeline with the little comments, and I was just like, "Who is this guy?" I was kind of getting some anxiety about it because I was like, "Who the heck is B. Scott?" Like, because Malcolm mentioned him. I'm like, "Who is B. Scott?" Like, I was freaked out.
Yeah. Well, you know what? You guys do get the creepers. There be a lot of dudes on here.
I mean, they ain't creeping for me, so I don't know who they creeping for.
Well, anyway.
She's just not talking about it.
No, I don't. I do not. I don't have fans.
Oh, Cassandra getting a little petty now. She said that you're in the A team press.
Yeah. You the A squad.
That you fancy. B-Sal's part of the fancy group. You with the cool kids.
You know what? How about this? She's saying that, but her guy, Alan, is sitting closer to the field than I am. He actually has better seats than me. They have 3 different levels. The front level, the second level, the third level is higher and further back. I sit on the third level. Alan Snell sits on the very first level.
Alan's got those connections. Shout out to Alan because I think it was his birthday today or yesterday, I think, too.
And he did great picks and stuff, too, on there.
What was his birthday today or yesterday? Was it? Birthday? Yeah, so happy birthday to Alan, yeah.
Happy birthday, Alan.
LV Sports. Yes. Well, let's talk a little bit about...
my name is spelled Bryan.
Ooh.
That's me, King Petty. That's my girl. Because I'm looking, I can see your comment over here.
It's Bryan with the Y.
Yeah. It's Bryan with
a... God.
How about that?
My goodness gracious.
So the NBA draft taking place today. Let's talk a little about the NBA news. I want to start off a little bit. James Harden turned down $50 million a year.
I know.
Because he wants out. Okay. What thoughts on? I want thoughts on that, as well as thoughts on the Lakers free agents. We got AD, KCP, and Rondo. All have either not signed their deal or are going to test the free agency market. And at Mo's Lakers, we want to hear about them. So,
you asking me? Oh, I want to hear what Mo.
I want to hear what Bryan has to say about James Harden, but then Mo, I want to hear what you have to say about your Lakers.
So Harden, honestly, I'm not a James Harden fan.
Me neither. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm not a James Harden fan, and I'm a hooper. Like people that know me know I hoop. Like that's my thing. So, obviously he's a certified bucket getter. He's got a lot of game, but in Houston, he's not going to win nothing. So I feel him wanting to get out of there. Turning down $50 million a year, he's going to make it though. So it don't really matter that he turns it down.
And it was only for 2 years. So it's not like you were signing a 10-year contract like in baseball. Like you're getting $50 a year.
Yes. But you know what though? Guess how much he turned it down, but guess how much he's going to get paid this year anyway?
How much?
47.
Oh, wow. Pennies to these guys, right?
Exactly. How about this, though? Which one of you?
Not Jersey. I mean, Brooklyn. Is he going to go to Brooklyn? Because if he does, I feel like if he goes to Brooklyn, then Kyrie has to leave. There can't be two of them on there. There can't even be three of them. Because one thing about James Harden, he's a classic ball hog. So I don't even see him getting along with anybody. And Russell Westbrook, if he doesn't leave, that's another thing, you got to factor that because he's kind of wanting out. It's like one of them has to go. They can't play together.
No, I completely agree.
If James leaves, then Russell will stay.
I completely agree.
If James stays, Russell is out because they cannot play together. He totally didn't. I mean, he hogged about the whole season and postseason in the bubble. I'm not a fan. 50 points means nothing to me if you can't bring a ring to it.
No, exactly.
There's no
in the game, right?
Doing a whole bunch of the most right now. Yeah.
Who thought that was going to work?
Man. Selfish.
Who thought that was going to work? Like why? First of all, Daryl Morey thinking that Russell Westbrook is an upgrade on your team with James Harden over Chris Paul is absurd. Absurd. Really how do you not know that? And you're supposed to be a GM in the NBA? Like, stop it. Like, matter of fact, I have a picture on my IG page of when they first made that trade. Oh man, I'm gonna find it, maybe put in this chat if I can. But it's James Harden and Russell Westbrook. It's like a NBA 2K or whatever of them holding the basketball, like trying to take it from each other.
Did you not predict that was going to happen? Because I was expecting a little scrap on the court anyway with them pulling the ball. I was waiting to see that when they was announced that two of them would play.
Right. Yeah, you're not going to win. Yeah, that's a terrible look. A terrible look.
Yeah.
Terrible look. So I think that I don't know if he ends up in Brooklyn though. If I'm the Rockets, they don't have to trade him. He's signed for 2 more years or 3 more years. 2 or 3 more years, right? And they said, I think they're going to trade him, but I don't care if you want to go to. If you want,
they don't have to.
Yeah, unless you have a no trade clause and you have to approve the trade. I don't care where you want to go. I'm sending you wherever I get the best deal.
Mm-hmm.
But the Nets got a ton of people that they could give him, so that probably is the best place to go anyway, though. Honestly.
But Kyrie's I don't know how that's gonna work.
Well, think about what's our boy's name that's from LA that played that played for the Nets, but he didn't get a chance to play in the bubble because he had COVID. Spencer Dinwiddie.
Okay.
They got Dinwiddie. They got LeVert. They got Collins, their big center. You got to give me at least them three, and you got to give me probably Joe Harris, the shooter. I need some draft picks. Like you got to give me everything. I want everything.
Yeah.
Like I'm MOP. Give it to me.
Crazy.
Unlike that holiday trade when they got like 3 first-round draft picks. Like who won it? I mean, come on, really? Was he worth that?
Going to the Bucks, right?
Yeah, he got 3 players and 3 first-round draft picks.
Like, about if you watch this draft, it's strategic on what these teams need. They're all trading picks and trading down 4 picks to get an elite squad. And and the same thing with Golden State. I don't know how long they're going to keep their second rounder. They may trade down on him too and get something else. But they need a big, And with
they drafted old boy.
Yeah, I know. With Thompson being out now they need a shooter.
I know. I was just going to say, did you see
that he got hurt?
Yeah, but we don't know how severe it is yet. The season's not going to start until the end of December. So let's.
I like the optimism, but we still need a plan B because Golden State is trying to send a message when they come back. So again, you don't know. And again, the contingency is if Clay comes back, it still doesn't negate the fact that they can't trade down. They can still trade down later. Trade deadline is not until next year anyway. So you can do that. And it's going to be interesting.
No, I agree. That hurts my heart because
it does hurt my heart because I was ready to see those boys back.
I mean, yes. And I love when someone's an underdog, they got something to prove.
Right.
Like, what? You can come over and get these buckets. Like,
I was looking forward to it. Golden State, I like them. They have my little heart. I kind of like Golden State.
What about your Lakers, Mo?
What about
the free agency? Is there going to be any moves?
What's that?
Is there going to be any moves in free agency?
Well, I'm sure if Rondo wants to leave and Dwight opted out and said he wants more money now, but which they should pay him. He was on a contingency anyway. If he didn't act up or cause any trouble, he could stay. That was his whole term for this.
What about AD though? I mean,
but AD wants money, so if the Lakers are going to offer him a bigger contract that way. So that's that move. So I'm not worried about that. And Rondo, if he goes to the Clippers or doesn't go or whatever, it's all good.
And y'all ain't worried about KCP either, I'm sure. Because
I'm not. KCP's a nice little move if he goes. But we just acquired. Who did we just acquire?
He balled for you guys, though.
He did. He balled for us postseason. And then the fact that I'm hearing Tristan Thompson wanting to come over because Cleveland's got trade stuff too going on.
It's got to be closer to his kid.
I mean, the thing is that money move is. I didn't want to gossip and say that, but speculate. But I mean. With this, but to consider him, he's not an elite athlete that we need. So I don't know. I think that's kind of a.
Well, I mean, they definitely don't need Tristan Thompson if they have Dwight Howard's better than Tristan Thompson.
Absolutely. So they're going to give Dwight his money. That's all it is. It's a money game because they didn't give him anything to play. He was just lucky to even be on the team. It was kind of like that AB term with the Bucks.
He really was, right. And that's how they treated him.
Dwight to come back to the Lakers,
He proved his worth, though. Like, yeah, I'm
he had to. He didn't have no choice. And that's
you're right. You're right.
So
what about the CP3 acquisition for Arizona?
I don't. It's nice, but Devin's gonna need more. I don't think it's gonna pan out. Like, I'm not that hyped.
See, I
like it. I like it.
You like it? I thought we saw the best of CP3 in this bubble this past season. I thought that was the best we've seen CP3 in a very long time. I don't know if he can repeat that same being CP3. He may start off that, but I don't know what the postseason is going to look like, and it's all about postseason. So that was the best game we've seen of CP3, and I felt like he left his heart on the floor the way he was playing.
He balled out.
He did.
He was playing well even before they went to the bubble. Because remember,
I just thought this was a stellar look for him in the bubble. Like I just honestly thought this was a game that I hadn't seen in a long time with him.
Yeah, no, he had to come back. But I mean, think about this: when he was with the Rockets, he played well with them. He just got hurt. But CP3 is going to Phoenix to play under Monty Williams. And
yeah. Which I like.
When I worked in New Orleans, Monty was the coach. Like Monty was my guy. Monty's a good dude, man. He's a real good dude. And Chris Paul had just left New Orleans when I got there. So I mean, from knowing Monty and being around the team and all that kind of stuff, you know that he has a really, really, really close bond with Monty Williams. And Monty Williams is a good coach. You know that Phoenix, they were undefeated in the bubble. They were undefeated in the undefeated in the bubble. Make somebody check that. I'm pretty sure they're undefeated in the bubble.
Were they? Because they had to battle with Brooklyn for that laptop seat to go to advance.
Portland.
And they all didn't make it. Was it them?
Yeah, because remember Dame had like 40-something points, and but I'm pretty sure Phoenix was so bad going into the bubble, them being undefeated in the bubble.
Yeah, no, I think it was them. Yeah.
But so Monty Williams with Devin Booker off the ball, just getting buckets, and then think about this: DeAndre Jordan, his best years of his career were when he was with CP3, right? Because he got the oops and everything else. Think about how DeAndre Ayton is going to be with CP3. He already averaged like 18 and 11 this past season with CP3 throwing him alley-oops and getting them like easy buckets.
That's true. I mean, I'm curious to see it. I just don't. I'm not hype like, ooh, that's going to be the West is really going to.
Well,
it's going to be, for one, the tickets are going to go up. You know, it used to be cheap to go to Phoenix Suns games, and you could sit courtside. Now
you guys have both been.
Well, I've never sat court. They weren't that cheap where I could sit courtside, but I would definitely been to the games. I was there when the Lakers were there. I was there when they had the New York Knicks there. I think I've been to. I mean, whenever I go to Arizona, it's usually around some.
Knicks Mo, shout out to him. He was like, that package he got on that courtside was nothing.
That's dope. I've never been
red carpet.
Well, I'm also not going to spend money on a team that's not mine. Like, I didn't go for a Bulls game. I didn't see Jordan play. Like, you know.
No, I feel you. I love to see different arenas. Like, for instance, you guys, I'm assuming have both been to a Lakers game or no?
I haven't.
I've been in Staples Center a bunch of times. Never to Lakers. What's that?
Staples is just slightly smaller than T-Mobile. It's the same type of layout with that slant, like that steep kind of when you go up high like that. It has the over. Of it, like you look like you're gonna have vertigo. Same thing. It's the exact same type of deal.
I've been to Staples Center and I've been inside a bunch of, but just never for a Lakers game. Like I've been there for Pac-12 and hockey and I've been there like a bunch of times, but I can't. And I was there for when the first game after Kobe passed, but they didn't let us in. They didn't let us in. So,
I've been, and it's a good look. It's a real good look. It's inexpensive, but it's a good look.
I hate to even bring
you're paying like $300 or $400 sometimes, depending on who they're playing and where they are. Up in those nosebleeds, you play that in Phoenix at the lower bowl and close to all day.
Man, that's hearing you say that, I'm gonna go ahead and slightly stunt. I'm not paying. I'm not paying for tickets.
At best, my friend, $500 or $600 was courtside for him, but the food, the walk-in with the cheerleaders, and the red carpet treatment, and the server coming to you asking you what you want to drink, and all. He said it was a package he never thought would. He didn't have to pay at a friend, but the value of it was pretty much that, and that's nothing. Dope. Lakers courtside seats, you're paying good $3,000 or $4,000.
So just a heads up, it looks like the Warriors are worried that Klay suffered an Achilles tendon injury. So MRI on Thursday. Also, just broke out. The 76ers trade Seth Curry to the Mavs, or 76ers traded for Seth Curry. So the Mavs send Curry to the 76ers for Josh Richardson and the number 36 overall.
Man, see this.
They're trying to Sixers are making some moves, though. They're making some moves.
And it's small ball now, so they're trying to make that whole thing work.
They need some people around Embiid that can shoot. They need some people around Embiid that can shoot. And Seth Curry is growing up. My favorite team were the Sixers because both of my parents are from Philly, so I grew up a Sixers fan, and so I cheer for them still. My mom still lives in Philly, but they needed somebody who could shoot the rock because Embiid stopped shooting threes, get down on the post.
Yep.
And if they double, you got to have someone to kick it to, and they had no one they could kick it to.
What's Ben Simmons?
Yeah, he can't shoot.
Exactly. So that's why I said this whole draft thing is about getting these pieces and then trading picks for trades, like trading down. Like, we'll give you 3 of these guys, this pick, and it's crazy. I love it though.
Hey, and
I'm excited.
Two of the Huskies got drafted in this first round, so I'm excited for that. Jaden McDaniels actually went let's see, both of them were drafted in the first round. So Isaiah Stewart went to the Blazers and Jaden McDaniels went to Lakers. And I saw both of them during the Michael Jordan's the Classic that was here a couple years ago.
Wow. Here's a fun fact for you. This is crazy. This will blow your mind. So Jaden McDaniels, I went to high school with his dad.
Wow.
His dad, my guy, Will McDaniels. Oh yeah, how about that? I saw him at the Thomas and Mack. Like I ran into him when San Diego State played and his older brother played. Mm-hmm. I ran into him. I was like, oh damn! Like I hadn't seen him in years, obviously, because he's still up there, and he's from Federal Way, which is where I went to high school.
Okay.
So
yeah, because when he was playing for the Classic, he didn't even claim he hadn't I guess given his whatever they call it to go to UW. He was still thinking about it, but his older brother had talked to him about it. I think it was kind of family was pushing him towards that way since they are all at Federal Way too. So
that's crazy. My boy Will has 2 sons that were first round draft picks, and Will didn't even play basketball. He wasn't even a hooper. He was like a running back for a high school. Wow. That's crazy.
Wow.
Oh, that's dope. I can even send him a text, man. That's dope.
That's good.
Wow.
Good. Yeah. Whew, so a little bit of football. We all know Seattle lost. It's a big game tomorrow.
Energy just went down quick.
Listen, between injuries, I don't know what Russell was doing. He had 2 interceptions last game. I think he's on like 6 interceptions for the season, which is more than he's had all of last year. My current philosophy and theory behind it is, of course, it all has to do with Sierra, and I kind of blame her for it because every loss has occurred around some event. So the first loss in Arizona was Sierra's birthday, and that was the game that had gotten flexed. So they should have came home earlier, but because it got flexed to the night game, they didn't get home till late. And next thing you know, there was a big surprise for Sierra that night that she had waiting for her. So that was loss number 1. Loss number 2 was after their huge Halloween video of the Busta Rhymes Janet Jackson. If you saw that, they had filmed that at some point, I'm guessing sometime on Saturday, but they had a game Sunday. Okay. That was loss number 2. And then, of course, this last loss, I was wondering what was coming. And of course, yesterday was a big post about the Sierra and Russell cologne was just dropped.
Sierra and what are they calling it? What's the name?
It's the CNR, and the bottles. It's a woman's bottle and men's bottle, but they're magnetic and they kind of link together.
Interesting. I wonder what it's.
That's not a bad idea, I guess. But
I like the link.
But mid-season, like you're in the middle of the season, you're gonna drop a cologne, like.
I mean, the man has a clothing line. He has a whole.
Well, yeah. I mean, I get that, but
But he's gonna be promoting everything. I mean, maybe he's COVID checked out. I don't know. But your line is trash right now with your defense, so you really don't really have anything to go.
Well, it's not even the defensive line. I mean, it has been. Yesterday, Arizona's game was bad. It wasn't our D line before. It was the backfield. The backfield is trash.
Stop it, Mo.
Listen.
She can say that all she wants. We go back and forth. No,
those bills ran through her DBs. That game, that Monday.
The Bills game.
The Bills game, but even
had like 900 yards passing.
That's our backfield. I'm saying, but our D line sucked against Arizona on Sunday.
Real talk. Just in general, the defense is trash.
It's nothing like it. Well, hello, because our defensive coordinator is trash.
Yeah, he's not.
Find the blame, but your defense is trash. Like me and Bryan have come to this consensus. We're not trying to make you mad and get you hyped. I'm doing it because I do want to see her get hyped.
No, I get that, but I'm saying like also the other issue is when you continuously have injuries, it's like they're playing rotation and none of those guys are playing at the same time together. So they have no chemistry. Like you're subbing in and out a different guy every week.
So check this out. Are they win tomorrow or no?
I don't know. I'm picking the over. I'm picking the over. I'm not picking a winner.
But we got to do our picks. So who do you pick tonight?
We can do the picks. So I'll give you an answer then.
Oh, so you can't decide. She can't decide. I got you because it's a dilemma for me. I just need to know because I do pick'ems too, and I've got to make.
Well, because here's the deal. So it is. So Carson isn't going to be playing, but Carlos Hyde will be playing. Tyler Lockett is questionable and probably a game time decision. There's Shaquille Griffin, Quentin Dunbar. They are both out. Our backup center, he got injured, but he has a high ankle sprain. He's going to push through, which we already saw the issues they had on during the Arizona or during the Rams game with the center and snaps.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. It's like, can Russell just take the ball himself? But then Russell wasn't himself on Sunday's game.
Russell's been terrible lately.
Hasn't been himself.
He's my fantasy quarterback
Before the bye.
I know.
But you can't put it all on Russell either. I think he just, I don't know. You guys.
I'm not putting it all on him, but he definitely, his head, you could tell he was off.
And I'm going to tell you something. That last play call for last week's game against the Rams there, where you guys should have run the ball for those points, that's where you messed up. That was
the 4th and 1. We should have taken that first down. We should have won the 4th.
That's all Pete Carroll there. And I'm just like, what is going on? You guys extended his contract too. He always does this. And this is
He's not a good play caller. Pete Carroll's not a good play caller.
Right. Pepperidge Farm man gets on my nerves with that. And I'm not even a fan.
I mean, it could also be shoddy up above in the booth, calling it from the upper high eagle point. I don't know what they call it when the coaches sit up top. The offensive coach isn't on the sideline; he's like up in the box calling plays. So
they're right next to us in the press box.
What's going on with your team? They're so.
They really are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's a 3-way tie in the NFC West. It's going to be interesting tomorrow. We'll start it off.
And the crazy thing is, in your division, you're the only 3 teams that have 6-3 in that entire division. Just comes from the AFC West. Like the AFC, each subdivision of the AFC has a 6-3 team.
And you know what really sucks is that they're both my 2 quarterbacks in both my fantasy leagues. I have to have Russell against Kyler Murray in my 2 fantasy leagues.
Boy, that's rough.
Yeah, that's tough.
That's tough. I've had that happen to me on fantasy before too, but that's rough. Wow.
You just want them both to have to throw for a lot of points and everything else. And you just want the Seahawks to win, and you're good.
Well, that's why I said it. If I'm betting, I'm betting the over, but I'm not going to bet on a winner. I'm just going to bet on the over.
They lost by 3. I mean, it was only a score by 3 the last matchup with Cardinals. It was off of a field goal.
Well, here's the deal: the Cardinals have had our number. The Cardinals have had our number even when they weren't good. We would lose to the Cardinals when they were trash. So it doesn't faze me that they may win. Just like the Rams and the Cardinals are the 2 teams that no matter how good or bad they are, they still have our number for some reason. And it's
this is true.
Yeah.
I'm feeling for you. You know what though? That's a big game. It's a good game to watch. But the biggest game this weekend, as far as football is concerned, and it's not just because it's here in Vegas, but I mean that's a huge game. The Raiders and the Chiefs.
It really is. That is the biggest game, and that's a game that's going to be like, oh my God, because I'm torn. I don't know what to say. I picked the Chiefs last time to win that in Arrowhead. Yeah, and the Raiders won, so I felt like that was maybe a good luck thing to do. This time we'll win. Like I don't want to go against them, but in my heart, I feel like the Raiders can do it, but dang, Pat, they want revenge. And they're coming off a bye, too.
And Andy Reid's got like some kind of...
I have to be realistic to the situation.
Yeah. And on top of that...
game is historical, too, because that Monday night game is the first NFL black game with all black refs.
All black referees, yeah.
Look at that. You know, I saw that. I saw that.
Yeah, isn't that dope? So, yeah.
I saw our guy EJ posted. No, I saw them on the ticker. But no, that's dope. Yeah. That's super dope.
So what's your thoughts for the game, Brian?
Well, here's a little, it's not a humble brag, it's like a little plug. So obviously the Sunday night football game is the Raiders and the Chiefs. It's on my station. So we have a pregame show at 3:30. We're going to be live out there. And we have a postgame show, the Super Black Extra, which we always do, but this time it'll be live right after the game. But I interviewed Rodney Harrison this morning.
Okay.
Yeah, for the preview show. And he talked about, how the Raiders have already exceeded his expectations. He already exceeded his expectations. He loves what John Gruden is doing. And he also asked him, like, give me a pick on the team, the game. And he was like, well, basically, he tried to go right down the middle. Like, this is what the Raiders need to do in order to win, stop Travis Kelce. And this is what the Chiefs need to do to win, because just do what you do. No one thought they were going to win the first game. If they win this game, it'll really, really, really show that the Raiders are a contender. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah. And they can win this game
because we're the only team in the league that has beaten the Chiefs. We're the only team.
Yeah. Their confidence is sky high. Like right now, they're feeling really good about themselves.
Sky high.
Yeah.
And so check it out. Derek Carr is the game changer for the whole squad. This is a Derek Carr that we have not seen since 2016 before he got hurt. Derek Carr is running the ball. He's throwing dimes. I mean, his playmaking is ridiculous, and he's seeing down the field, and he's letting go of the ball faster than he used to let go of the ball.
Yeah.
Average 2.2 seconds. Now he's letting it go like free and nearly right before it hits 2, I believe. But yeah, he's a game changer, and I think that's what's motivating our offense to do better.
Well, yeah, he's making great decisions. He's got 2 picks.
Our problem is the end zone play. Every time in that Denver Broncos game, we get to the end zone or the red zone, we could not score. And I don't know what that is, because it wasn't like Broncos defense was that great. You know what I mean? But it was just they were so strategic. And anytime it's third down, I get so nervous.
Well, think about this, though. Think about this is the super silver lining to make you feel better. If you're a Raiders fan and you say that, you know what, they didn't play well in the red zone and I didn't like what they were doing, they scored 34 points, and all the points were scored by the offense. It wasn't like they got any defensive touchdowns.
Well, that's true.
They played like garbage, and they still scored 34 points. Think about if Darren Waller doesn't drop that ball, if Aguilar doesn't drop that ball, if Henry Ruggs doesn't drop that ball. That's literally almost 3 to, and if they didn't commit the dumbest penalty in the world and they brought back Hunter Renfro's touchdown. There's literally 4 touchdowns for that game.
Would have been over 30. We would have been close to 40. But let's just also credit where credit's due. I have to give props to Drew Lock. Had he not thrown those 5 picks, 4 of those, no, wasn't it 5 and 4 of them?
They have 5 turnovers, but just
5 turnovers and 4 picks, right? Yeah. Had it not been for that, that's what did it.
The Raiders defense, I mean, that was the best defensive effort they've had in 2 years.
Yes.
So far. Like they came into that game.
No Trent Brown.
No Trent Brown. No Corey Littleton.
No Incognito. We don't have any of that.
He had Incognito's played like 2 snaps or something. Trent Brown played like 1 game.
Now I have one quick question. Can you tell me a little bit about the fight that involved Abrams didn't get suspended or kicked out of the game that night, but
it was
a little bit of a tussle. Punches were thrown. Slight little.
Your boy.
Yes.
Ooh, I don't know who the dude was. Who was the guy that got?
I can't remember his name, but Abrams tried to get in it. Abrams shoved the guy, and then the other, what's his name? God dog.
He snuck him. He walked up.
Yes.
Ooh. Anyway, I like it.
With Carlos Frazier. I swear, I was like, what is going on the field right now? Especially when we're so close to the end of the game.
Yeah, no, he snuffed him. He snuffed him.
Yeah.
I almost forgot that was even the Raiders game. I thought that might have been a different game that I was watching or something like that.
That was Raiders. You know, it always gets very combative in these divisional matchups, especially when we play them.
And they hate the Chiefs. Like the Chiefs. The Chiefs are the team that Lincoln Kennedy talked about that. I don't know, you guys, since you watched the show, I'm just going to assume you know what I'm talking about. Jerry Robinson, JR Superstar, he talks about he hates the Chiefs. Last game, he said the game started at 1, I want to say, or whatever. He said he got up at like 6 o'clock in the morning. Like he was you know what I mean? He got up at like 6.
No. That is too funny.
Someone from my job is calling me. It's one of our
time for you to go to work. Is it time for you to go to work?
No, but I'm thinking it's because my car is parked pretty close to the door down there. If somebody hit my car.
Throw them hands. Well, if you need to go, I don't know, but
no, I don't need to go. But he knows where my office is at, so he can come upstairs and.
I would like to see this show, and then I need you to take the camera and go all the way outside so we can see the car. We just want to, we got to do checks. We got to make sure you're safe, in the car.
Honestly, world star hip hop style. We want to see it go down.
Angles. Got to see all angles.
Angles. World star. No, it's my guy. That's my guy who just called Jay. I wonder. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. I don't know why he's calling, but.
We'll get to wrapping it up here in a little bit because we've already gone over an hour. We want to do our picks. We want you to join us on our picks, but I know I wanted to do a special shout out for Girl Power. Our girl Kelsey Plum from the Las Vegas Aces has spoken into existence and has become a resident Las Vegas matchmaker for UFC.
Yes.
Is that incredible or what? So
Really?
what I didn't know, the little bit of the backstory, I went on the UFC website, is that she had been doing her rehab at the UFC's facility at their performance institute. So I guess being there, maybe seeing kind of fighting, because she's kind of like me. Like, I don't watch a ton of UFC. I watch some, but she was new to it. She got really into it, really into the players, and started taking notes. Next thing you know, Dana White's calling her and is like, come on down and let's join us in this matchmaking meeting. So she is now the Las Vegas matchmaker. She has multiple streams of income, right?
That's good.
You actually been paid for it too? Wow.
That's really good.
That's
but really Dana needs something. He just cussed out a guy recently. I think he went on a big old match. I think last night he went on a tirade. But he has no, like, what's going on with these fights? We are not going to see Amanda Nunes fight anybody anytime soon. Like, where are the women on these cards? He needs to get some battles going. And
he has a lot of women that fight.
Well, where they at? Because I'm ready to see some battles.
Well,
and it's not just even the ladies. I mean, it's just everything. Like, it's just, I know he just announced a fight upcoming. Another fight is coming up, right?
Valentina Shevchenko is fighting this weekend. She's
right.
Yeah,
so
she's a cool.
If we were going to see some heavy titles, especially now that Khabib's out and Conor.
Nunes, she pulled out of her fight. She was supposed to be fighting. Probably in the last couple of weeks. She was signed. She was supposed to be fighting someone. She pulled out because of, I don't know, for some reason.
Really?
Yeah. But during and I'm not like Mr. Dana White apologist, even though Dana's always been real cool to me and I've done a lot of stuff with him. You know what I mean?
Nice. Dana too. He's very nice.
Yeah. But I have to say that during this pandemic, he's had a lot of women fight. They've had I want to say maybe back to back, they had women fights were headlining their cards.
I really didn't know that.
Yeah.
Like on fight night, or you'd mean like a UFC like a title like fight?
Well, think about, I mean, it's crazy that the pandemic has been since March, because it seems like it's been forever, but I didn't think it was that forever. You know what I mean?
It seemed like it to me, but maybe because it weren't, like, to Mel's point, on a title card fight. Like, I just wasn't paying attention.
Yeah, well, Nunes fought since the pandemic has started. So she fought a main event, and honestly, she was a main event at the UFC Apex since COVID has started. Oh. And then after that, they had another main event that was a fight night. They had one. I don't know if it was a main event when they were on Fight Island, but they've had a ton.
Well, I know they just recently did the Fight Island thing, but then I know there was one this week. But God, I just didn't think wasn't paying any attention. COVID.
And I asked Dana about that in an interview. I had a one-on-one interview with him a while back, and I even asked him about that. It was right before one of the main events that they had that it was two women. Because I was like, man, that's dope that you got to be pumped that you have two women headlining your event. He was like, yeah, he talked about it. I'm girl power. Like I have two daughters, so I'm all about girl power.
We'll have to get a Sportsnista on one week and have her give us the rundown on the UFC cards. Maybe she'll wear a little red dress for us too with her title fight and her fight gear. She
probably knows. That's for dang sure. She dang sure knows.
Yeah. Well, so let's get into our picks. Are you okay to give picks on the show, B? We just want to make sure.
No, of course.
Oh, okay, good.
Absolutely.
So last week, Mo, I don't know what happened, but all my under picks, I just went with the other side won. So Giants, Browns actually won. The Cardinals.
Browns won. That was a terrible game.
I know. So I won last week. We're now tied again at 4-4-1 for this season.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. All right. So I'm going to save tomorrow's game for last. We're going to go into Sunday's match.
I'm looking at them right now, too, just so I can know what I'm talking about. All right, go ahead.
Cincinnati at Washington.
That's
Washington. What was that?
I'm going to go with the Bengals.
I'm going Redskins.
At 2-6 versus 2-7?
Yeah.
The Washington.
You know what? I'm going with Washington. Alex Smith has been playing pretty well.
And his story is still just amazing anyway.
For sure. Hey, really quick. How about this for an Alex Smith story? So while I was working in New Orleans, the station that I worked at was 2 blocks off of Bourbon Street, right? So it was in the French Quarter. So during like my dinner break in between shows, like the 6 o'clock and the 11 o'clock or whatever, I'd always walk to like one of my favorite restaurants or whatever. So I go up Bourbon Street and I'm going to walk in. Oceana's is the name of this place. You can look it up. I used to take anyone who came to New Orleans, I took them there. Like barbecue shrimp, like, ooh, the food is great. Like I'm hungry as hell right now too.
Right,
so anyway, I go to Oceana's and I turn the corner and you have to walk through a door to get into it, like a pretty, pretty tight door, like 2 or 3 steps going inside of the place. And I turn and I go to walk up in there and I run into Alex Smith. And this was during Super Bowl week when the 49ers were playing against the Ravens. Colin Kaepernick.
The brothers were going against each other.
Exactly.
Harbaugh brothers, yeah.
Yes, but Alex Smith was the backup to Colin Kaepernick. So he was coming out of that restaurant. I was going in. I literally ran right into his chest. Alex Smith is a big dude. That's what I'm saying the story, because I was like, he's like a good 6'4", 6'5". Like he's a big dude. I was like, he's a big A dude. I'm like, man, you a good sized dude. Get out my way.
That's the point of the story? No,
nah, the point of the story is that he's a big dude. Like I was shocked at how big he was. Honestly, he looked like a linebacker.
No, I seen him during his rehab and seeing how he fit with some of the machinery that they were using on him. And I was like, how big is he? Like he's tall, because he was kind of like over like where a normal person would kind of be like with the canes or the ramps and stuff like that he was doing his rehab with, but whatever. So Falcons at Saints. And obviously we know Breeze is out for at least 2 to 3 weeks with his ribs and his punctured lung.
Who's his backup?
Teddy Bridgewater. Or Jameis, sorry. Yeah. Duh.
Teddy Bridgewater. He was his backup, but yes.
Yeah, he was. And they swapped.
Yeah. Uh-oh. They're calling me. I'm gonna take this call really, really quick.
Take the call.
I'm on here. Hey, I'm live on I'm live on a chat show.
You want me to mute you?
As I get done with this, I'm gonna come down and tape it.
You know where to go?
Cool. All right.
On the office phone. For all those that are on the audio section, Bryan is in his office picking up phone calls and stuff, all super head
I'm
honcho.
trying to ventriloquist my way of the conversation over it to see what he'd say.
Oh, did you guys muted me?
No.
Oh.
But I tried to ventriloquist what you were saying over what you were saying. Like you're like, hello, and I'm like, hello, this is Bryan.
I record the 10 and 11 o'clock. Like during COVID, since they try not to have too many of us in the studio, I record the 10 and 11 o'clock show. So that was the studio director. Hey, Bryan, I thought you were recording at 8:30. So yeah.
Well, let's get you out of here. Falcons is
they were on my time.
Now I don't want to hear a news alert that you're no longer with it, and I don't want us to be the blame of it.
Right.
No, they record like literally. I told them I'll be done now by 8:30. I'll record it then. So it's not a big thing. You're good.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Falcons and Saints. I'm still gonna go with the Saints just because the Falcons have still yet to show me anything. I don't know.
I vowed I'd never bet on pick the Falcons ever again in life. So so I'm gonna roll with the Saints on that. And that Saints is my second team anyway. So
you see what's in the background back here, don't you?
Oh,
who that? All right.
Who that?
I worked in New Orleans.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly. And I lived in Atlanta too. Like, but
yeah,
around the way.
I'm good on that Saints pick. That's what.
Okay, so Steelers at Jacksonville. Now here's the deal: it's a 9-0 team, but there's always that one any given Sunday against a team that you don't expect it to be.
I'm still going with the Steelers.
No, okay.
Steelers. It's the Jaguars. Had it been any other team, you say I would go with it, but no, it's the Jaguars.
I hear you. I'm with you on the Pittsburgh. I just wanted to throw that out there, because it's always that one team.
The Gardner thing, you like that guy in Duval.
I know, but he hasn't performed for the last 3 weeks, so I'm over it.
You've been picking with him. Yeah. And hey, you could be the jinx to it. If you pick Pittsburgh, maybe they will win.
Maybe it happens.
Maybe they flip.
What you got, B?
My football team growing up, the Steelers. I don't know why it's the Steelers, but so I'm going with the Steelers, even though they're going to get upset. They're not going to go undefeated. Someone's going to beat them.
Someone's going to take them.
Yeah.
It'll be someone that's not supposed to beat them.
Right.
So they're playing in Jacksonville too.
Patriots at the Texans. Patriots had the big win over the Ravens this past weekend in like the biggest rainstorm I've ever seen in one of my lives. I mean, like it was crazy raining.
It was bad. It was almost like we were into the second.
It was like a typhoon out there or something.
Well, it looked like the ark was about to show up and Noah was about to let all of them.
Yeah.
Because I was like, my goodness, that's New England. They can adjust to that. They practice in that. They probably sleep in that. Who knows?
Yeah.
But they're coming down to Houston. I'm going to give the Texans an edge on this, I think.
If you go Texans, I'll go Patriots. Just, I mean, they had a good win. I don't know if Cam's going to be able to perform on the road or not, but hey, we'll see.
You know what? I think the Texans win.
Me too.
I love Deshaun Watson. You know what? Let me take that back. I'm sorry. The Texans will not win. You know why? Because they don't have who. They don't have
much.
Yeah, exactly. They got rid of Hopkins. I'm still mad about that. That was stupid.
How though they did do okay against the Browns. I mean, the Browns struggled with them. It's the Browns, I know, but they barely won.
Yeah, and I think the Patriots go down there. They always beat them. Bill Belichick going against Deshaun Watson. I think the Patriots.
I'm gonna roll with Houston.
I'm gonna keep you with New England. So we got the Eagles at Cleveland. I'm gonna go with the Browns just because that's my second team at the moment. First time I picked
the Browns ever in these picks.
You just said the Saints. But no, that was Mo. I'm sorry.
What's that?
I thought you said the Saints were your second.
No, I said that's Mel's second for the Browns.
No, I know.
I'm saying I've never picked the Brownies in these picks. I always go against them, and I did it last week. That's stupid. 7-2. Are you serious? Like I couldn't even believe that. But yeah, I'm gonna roll with them this week and see what it does.
Okay.
Because it's the Eagles. I don't expect much from them.
You know what? This is a game that the Eagles will win because they're not supposed to. 3-5-1 going against 6-3, and they're playing in Cleveland. I think the Eagles just had a terrible loss to Dallas. No, to the Giants. Excuse me, to the Giants. So I'm going with the.
And who would have thought that the Browns would be 6-3? Like that's crazy. All right, so the Lions at Carolina. Even though there's no Christian McCaffrey this week, he came back. He got injured. He's back out again for week 11.
I'll go with the Lions.
I'm gonna go Panthers.
I'm going with Carolina. Because Carolina was playing well. They're probably what are they?
They're playing well without Christian McCaffrey.
Exactly.
Exactly.
And the Lions are the embodiment of can't get right.
Yeah, they are, but they do pretty decent on the road too. I just feel like it's an upset game. I'm just trying to pick the upsets right now.
Okay.
Well, the upset
huh?
The Lions have a better record than the Panthers.
What's that?
The upset are the Panthers because the Lions have a better record than the Panthers.
Oh, that's true. They do, don't they?
They're 4-5, and the Panthers are 3-7.
Are they? The Panthers are 3-7. I thought they were more. I thought they were tied up for their series. I thought they were both 4-5.
Nah, the Panthers were 3-3. Like they started off really well, and then they kind of tanked. Like
I thought they had a record. I can't see the sheet to see the record. That's why I thought they were probably the same. So I've just figured it would go either way. That's all right. I'll roll with the opposite.
Okay. Titans at Ravens.
Good game.
That is a very good game. That's a tough one to pick too.
Ravens just picked up, I think, Luke Wilson, who came from Seattle because they need a new tight end.
He used to be good.
He was. Good. I enjoyed him. You know, whatever.
Miserably to New England in that game. So, anybody on the injury list for Ravens? I thought somebody was.
Just their tight end is out. He's out for the season. I think. I forgot his name.
Yeah, they're playing in Baltimore.
Yeah.
Both 6-3.
I'm probably gonna go Baltimore just because they're at home and they came off a bad loss.
They did come off a bad. Both teams too. I believe the Titans just lost.
Yeah, Titans lost.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
They both.
What y'all got?
Go ahead. I'll let you guys. I'll go last.
I don't know.
I'm going Ravens.
Okay.
I don't know. That's a tough one. I don't know.
Flip a coin.
Write down. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Let me just pick one. Shit. I'll go Titans, I guess. I'll just see what it does. Makes it interesting.
All right, Jets at Chargers.
Well, Jets at Chargers? Chargers.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see if Justin Herbert's going to own them in SoFi.
I'm gonna roll with that.
So,
B
straightening his tie trying to get fly.
Oh, yeah, I know. I got to go. Yeah, I was waiting for Mel to make her pick.
Oh, Chargers.
Oh, yeah, I'm going Chargers too.
Okay. Miami at Denver. Miami.
Yeah.
Ooh, at Denver?
Yes.
3.
Tua's on the road.
Dolphins. I can't believe it.
The Dolphins are balling.
They're balling, even with the switch out of Fitzy to Tua. I mean, I couldn't believe it. Miami sounds nice on this.
Okay.
They're in Denver
too. Huh?
I'm going with the Broncos. That's
okay.
You should write that one down. That's the pick that I'm going to show you guys that I know what I'm talking about.
Okay. All right. We will check in with you.
High. It's going to be cold as hell. They're playing the Dolphins. Watch. Tua playing in that kind of weather. He's never played in that kind of weather, I bet. Ever.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. But no Von Miller. I mean, they're missing people. I just can't rock with it. I understand your logic, but I just can't rock with it.
I got you.
All right. Cowboys at Vikings.
Ooh.
I'm going the Vikings just because I won't.
On that team was a no-show last week. Like, did you even show up for work? Like,
the Cowboys or the Vikings?
Both.
Oh, I'm mumbling.
Vikings just beat the Bears on Monday Night Football, right?
Yeah, but barely.
Yeah.
I don't care because the Bears, they did their job. They had their defense did good. And they had Dalvin Cook, and that's all I needed to do in my fantasy football. So I was happy.
Yeah.
I'm going
with the Vikings
game against the Cowboys.
Right. You get, Mo?
I'm going to do Minnesota.
Okay.
And then now you're talking Monday, right?
Packers at the Colts.
Packing the Colts.
Oof. Man, Devontae Adams had a great game last week. Like, he brought me so many numbers and points.
Man, look at that. The Packers are 7-2. The Colts are 6-3.
I know.
Yeah.
And they're at home. They just beat the Titans.
Every subdivision of AFC, we have a 6-3 team. It's crazy.
I'm gonna go with the Packers.
See, since Mo is so slow.
I can't guess. I cannot guess. That's a tough one too.
Nah, Packers win that.
You think so?
Yeah. Aaron Rodgers, they're 7-2.
Adams had such a great game. If we say Aaron Rodgers every week, and Aaron Rodgers will disappoint sometimes. Like
they only have 2 losses. So however much he disappoints, they still only have 2 losses. And one of them was Tom Brady and the Bucks, where they played like garbage.
That was a terrible. That's what I'm saying. And then the Saints. That was a no. They should not have lost.
Well, think about the 2 teams they lost to. The Saints are probably 7-2 as well.
Just got to their better level because they would start out sluggish too.
The Saints?
Didn't they split? Didn't they take 2 L's their first 2 games the first 2 weeks or no?
No, their second.
Yes, because they lost to the Raiders. Yes, because they lost to us.
No, I know, but the first week they played the Bucks and they blew them out. Remember?
Oh, okay, that's right.
Yeah, but no, you're right, bro. He's still in the game.
So I'll roll with Green Bay too.
Okay.
Don't know.
Chiefs at the Raiders.
Mel, you go ahead and pick that Seahawks game, and I'll get back to you on this one.
I'm gonna roll with my Seahawks just because it's my team. So here's the deal. I don't think it's gonna be. I think it's obviously. I think it's gonna be an over. Like I said, I just really don't know who's gonna win, but I'm gonna go with my team just because that's what I do.
I don't know to even pick that one.
I feel like Russell. He can't. I haven't seen him play 4 out of 5 games terrible since he's never have. So there's no way he's 1-3 right now in last 4 games. I just don't see him having a crazy, terrible game. Like if anything, they've relearned that they got to look for DK Metcalf because he had no looks almost on Sunday. And even though Tyler Lockett is a little bit injured, they still have other receivers that can catch. And with as long as Russell can throw and not get an interception, we should be okay. Although we have Buda Baker to go get. Buda Baker's.
Who else is like, I'm just thinking of the Cardinals players right now. So you got Larry Fitzgerald, it's just Larry Fitzgerald.
DeAndre Hopkins.
Cardinals are balling.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna roll with Arizona.
Okay.
And for my Raiders, I'm gonna pick Kansas City.
Okay. I'm gonna go with the I'll go with the Seahawks. I think they come back and finally play a decent game. And unfortunately, I gotta go with the Chiefs, and only because the Raiders got a bunch of people on the COVID list again. They got to be quarantined. Yeah. They're not getting a chance to practice, and I think that may screw them up a little bit. They have a built-in excuse, but I hope they win, though. Like, I'm really pulling for them. I hope they win.
I hope they do. To give the only 2 losses of the Chiefs be the Raiders would be amazing.
I would love to beat them. And like I said, I picked the Chiefs last time and we beat them. And hopefully this will be the good luck that I need to give. But in my heart, I want the Raiders to win. But I have to be a realistic fan. I can't be sitting over there delusional with a trash defense like Melissa over there, thinking Seahawks might beat Cardinals.
At least mine's not on the COVID list, but that's fine.
Think about it. Cleveland.
But you're on the list regardless. You still got players out. What difference does it make? Like, seriously. God.
It's all defensive players, like players that they need.
Yeah. So I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
Last game, the Rams at Tampa Bay.
Yeah.
Tampa Bay.
Yeah.
Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay.
Yeah.
Okay. B, we've enjoyed this hour and a half with you tremendously. Please make sure you give the people out there where they can find you, whether it be Instagram, Twitter, how they can watch you again, and what time.
Well, first of all, Mo and Mel, I appreciate you guys having me on. Like, seriously, I appreciate the support. I tell you this, I told you this already. Thank you for the support. I'm glad you guys watch. And I've been wanting to come on forever because I check you guys out all the time. So thank you for having me on. Anyone who wants to try to get at me, what's that?
It's been a minute.
It's been a minute, yeah. It's been like over probably a year. It seems like, I don't know, it's like forever.
Can you give us a shout out on the Silver and Black or one of your shows?
At some point,
or when you use our graphics, can you give us the shout out?
Man, full circle, baby. King Petty, Queen Petties, plural.
Excuse you? I'm not being petty. I'm just asking for a shout out. I'm just asking for a nice little shout out, a little drop.
That wasn't as petty, yes. So she can be the queen. She can be Mel can be the queen.
My crown for pettiness.
Yeah, you can wear the crown. Okay. You know what? For sports night, you know what? This is how you get a shout out. This is how you get a shout out on the Silver and Black. What you do is you
something too Raiders related on Girl Chat Sports, and my tweet did not come up. And I had a perfect tweet. And so whoever's picking the tweets on the Silver and Black extra.
Okay, Queens, plural.
Huh?
Queens, plural. But go ahead.
I'm just saying, give me my tweet, like, for real, because I did that Sunday night. I knew where you were going with that. And I was like, I did it. And I was watching Silver and Black Extra, and I was waiting to see these tweets, and I'm seeing all these random tweets from people. And I'm just like, what the French toast? Like, that's not my tweet.
So what you got to do, hit me up.
Don't throw up your hands. I'm throwing up my hands. I am very
I know. And you got to hit me up and let me know. First of all, last week, it was crazy. Like, for instance, my Sunday nights doing the Silver and Black Extra, it's bananas for me to do that and come back and all that stuff. So someone else does that. But you got to let me know so I can have our producer make sure the tweet gets in there.
Well, how do I do that? Do I just text you and say, hey, check Girl Chat? Or do I tag you guys? I hashtag you guys?
We got a hashtag. You got to use a Raider Nation hashtag. That's the one that you use. So Raider Nation hashtag and put News3.
Okay.
At News3. Or put me too. Silver Black Extra and put me. I mean, put all those people in there. It's bound to be seen that way.
Okay, Brian.
Okay.
Brian.
This is a bad week to try to do it because I'm not going to be at the station at all.
Okay.
I won't even see those.
I see where this is going. So it's going to have to be like probably next season or weeks later, or if we don't go to the playoffs or something, maybe that's when it'll be. Don't be giving me face like.
Man, I'm trying to give you a shout out.
I mean, so like, check this out. Do this then. How about this? When it is available, can you let me know?
Oh, let you know, because I'm not doing anything at that time. Let me let you know when I can get you on.
When you're so busy.
No, how about this? You do it, and then let me know.
I'm just messing with you. I totally will do that. I will let you know when we do
Bryan, where can the people find you?
Now, always bringing us back on the track. Hey, on Twitter, Instagram, it's all Bryan News3LV, Bryan Cassandra, but Bryan News3LV. Hit me up. And then also, obviously, if you watch Channel 3, please watch the station. Support a brother. Support the brother. At 6:45 during the week. 10 o'clock is on the CW, and then 11 o'clock is on Channel 3. And watch our sports night show on Sunday night, 11:30. Myself, Amber, Jesse Merrick. It's a dope show. It's the best show in Vegas, the sports show, as far as any of the local stations.
For sure it is. For sure.
Thank
you so much. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for tuning in. Of course, the show went a little long, so for those that are listening after the fact, we appreciate y'all. Make sure to listen, subscribe, share, start a watch party next time. And we are on hiatus next week. We'll be back at the beginning of December. How crazy is that? Whew. All right, y'all. Have a good one. We'll see you later. Bye.
Bye, B. Thank you. Hey, your little day.